Tuanze.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are right here with the only man at the top right now, creative genius, super host, and dad, and overall mental health advocate. Obinna, mambo.
Poa sana. Saseni. Asanteni sana kwa kukuja. All the online media houses here, asanteni sana. I can't say thank you enough. Thank you for creating time, for buying bundles, your own bundles to come through and stream the event. Asanteni sana. Thank you.
You've been so passionate about boy child.
Yes.
What is this one thing you went through in life that made you know how important boy child are and their mental issues?
Being a boy. That's the main thing I went through. You know, once you are it, you know. Like myself, I can't know all the problems women go through because I'm not. But when a woman speaks about it, I'm like, yeah, they know what they go through. And Asema, the wearer of the shoe is the one who know where it hurts or how tight it fits. So I'm a man, I'm a boy, and I know what I went through and I know what I'm going through. And that is why I'm very passionate about boy child. Then also towards mental health, I know what I've gone through with my mental health. And that is why I'm also very vocal about it. Yes.
Speaking of what you have gone through personally in your mental health, how have you been able to decompress? How have you been able to get out of it and actually maybe seek help?
Okay, speaking to people, getting therapy, and also having a safe space with a couple of men who I always go back to them. Nikichoma naambia wazito ni aje nimechoma. Naambia wewe it's kawaida. Ai sasa wewe tulikwambia aya tufanye hivi. So I'm always trying to talk, and then also I'm not too hard on myself. I realized it's a mental health hack. If you're not too hard on yourself, unapata there's some things utakuwa mgumu sana, unapata kumbe I was just overthinking. Then unatulia. Most men say kwa situation because that's the way I spoke and said, we are too hard on ourselves.
Yeah.
Slow down. Yeah. I'm doing the best I can. Na kama ikubambi ni sawa, mimi na nibamba. The fact that now I have self-validation, I don't need external validation. That one also helps so much on mental health. Keeping good company. Keeping the right friends has also really helped me. Most of my friends are people who are way above me in age, in everything, even mentally. Wakiongea na kati nasema, ningekuwa nimeona hii before. And that is why, as a human being, I make so many mistakes, but it's very hard for you to see me make the same mistake I've made before. Because nikisha choma niko, I've learned from this. Now let me do better. Yes.
Yeah. And why do you think right now in 2024, it's still very difficult for men to come out and say, by the way, siko poa?
Stigma. Number one, if they come out, they are laughed at, they are mocked, they are used as a bad example. Number one. Number two, nobody's listening. So men are like, sasa nikisema, hakuna kitu watafanya, hakuna msana ananisikia, ama mwingine ako zile, wale wenye wanasikia, hawasikizi vizuri, hawasikizi kuelewa. Sema mimi nakusikia, useme. Ataki understand. And then also the solutions that people give us are very basic solutions. Man, kama kuna shida, you just talk. Ongea bwana, ongea. Oh, really? So you think I've not been talking because they think that talking has to be vocalized. Some people talk through their actions. Some people talk through their behaviors and everything. You just see how they carry themselves. Uko like huyu ako mahali kuna kitu inafanyika. But some don't know that. So most men are afraid to talk because they'll be used as a bad example. And some, when they confide in people, especially women, later on you use them to beat me when you have a disagreement. You use it against me. So you find mtu akozile akona wife ama akona sister ama mom ama whatever friend, but hezi mwambia because wakikosana anaitumia against them. Ndio no wonder unalewanga. Nini ama anaenda kusema na mtu mwingine. And then wanaume pia akiongea na mwanaume mwingine wanachekeleana. Si uchekeleana sana. Mazi Obinna kimemramba jo noma zai. So we do a lot of that even online. You see when a man is being beaten, a lot of people laugh about it. But when a woman is being beaten, unaona hata mademu wengine wanasema wewe ni nini? That can be your mother, that can be your brother. But you know the same applies both ways. That can be your father, that can be your brother, that can be your son, that can be your uncle. So what I'm urging men to do is just to copy paste what women are doing. You guys do it beautifully. You support each other. You're there for each other. You talk to each other. Wanaume, they come to them as fellow women. Let's come to each other as fellow men. Let's talk. Alafu tusichekeleane. Ukiona mwanaume anatandikwa ambia buda ni aje, acha kumchekelea, cheza chini. Kama huwezi msaidia kuinuka, mind your business. Yeah.
And of course today speaking to a lot of men, it's also an issue when it comes to showing love. For example, ukiona jamaa wako kwenye street amebeba flowers, amebeba box of chocolate, unasema huyu ashakuwa sim. Jamaa wetu ashatuacha. What do you think about that?
It is a very primitive mentality that for a man to be romantic is being a simp. Bro, me am a hopeless romantic. Mimi nikikupenda, ndakupea maua, ndakubeba, ndakushika mkono, ndakufanyia nini, ndatembea na wewe. Mshaona watu nimekuwa nao kwa public, mumeona before. Even the gifts I give them on their birthdays and everything, me, I'm that guy. And I don't believe as a man, you should be able to assume that what other people say about you define you. Call me a simp, it's fine. Is it a bad thing? I'm in touch with my manhood to the extent that I recognize that as a man, I'm supposed to take care of my woman. Ndakubaya maua ndaibeba. Mi ubai maua mpaka sai, ndabai chocolate, ndakubaya ka wine kako, ndabeba. Mi hata mi uletewa maua, leo hata nimeletewa maua na dem fulani hapa kama zawadi, na kaleta chocolate, tukaikula hapo na Wazito. Flowers nimpeleka ugani, nenda naika kwa vase vizuri sana because ni yangu. So it also starts with the man. No matter what the other person says. Then wacha kusikiza watu wengine. Oh, you're a simp, it's fine. Kaa na mtu wako, kaa venye huko. And then we kama lady pia, encourage the man. Akam nayo reaction. Si amefika, sasa maua sasa. Sasa maua, mimi nilikuwa nataka pesa. But he was genuine. Amepita mahali akaona maua hata kani ya 500 ama ni ya 100 na akakuleta akamwambia this is for you. Appreciate. And then other men, like I've said, tuwache kukejeli each other. Let's stop dissing each other. It's not a good thing. Ambe mama wache kiufala, uni simp. Okay, yeye ni simp, and then most people who laugh at you and make those things, they are not doing better than you in life. Trust me, hakuna day leo mimi nitabeba maua alafu President Ruto ama Raila akaimaliza Obinna ni simp nini, afikiria hata hiyo, yeye anafikiria vitu zingine. So if you see anybody doing that, making fun of you, already they're beneath you. You don't even need to give them the attention. It's not worth it. Unaanza kujiexplain, basi unajua nimebeba maua because of, no, don't explain anything. Funga mdomo.
A question.
Yeah.
Obinna, maybe do we expect two consecutive questions? Do we expect something bigger than this very soon? And the second question is, maybe we're expecting something, you talked of 6th, that is next week. Give us information about it.
All right. So for this one, I expected it to be bigger than this. And I was also ready for nobody to show up. So everything I always do in my life, me I always prepare for the worst. I'm an overthinker. Then I'm a pessimist. Pessimist ni ule mse anafikirianga worst case scenario. Mimi na kwanza ile sometimes wasipokam, nilikuwa nimesema kwanza wasipokam itakuwa poa because mademo atasema yani wanaume mnaorganize Wakenya hata mkuji. You see, and then they showed up in large numbers. They're still here. I was shocked, bro. I'm amazed. Today is one of the most happiest days in my life. I reached out to a lot of strong people out there who did not do anything. Like in everybody who has supported us, I would say apart from Parrot Group, wenye wali come through, we have the guys who give us the washrooms. Wanaitwa Unique Lose. Where is nani? That one UIP wakatupatia shamba, tukakuwa na Equity Afya wakaleta tent yao kufanya wanaume testing, Gurunana pia wakakuja, tuko na wale wa art therapy, tuko na Chiromo wakakam through kusupport this ground inaitwa United Kenya Club wakatupatia space. There's a couple of people I reached out to wakaniangalia zile za very powerful people, and even other very powerful people gave promises that they did not actualize. Wakakuwa tu zile za jamaa kitu, they didn't see the vision. And even we had people who frustrated us to do this thing. We had people walikuwa zile za anaifanya kama nani, and I'm like, I'm not telling men that have the solution for their mental health issues. I'm just saying I know how to market, I know how to advertise. I will advertise men. That's basically what I've done today. Nimeonyesha wanaume ni aje tunaumia. So anybody who has a business of helping men, leta biashara yako, tengeneza pesa zako. So nimekucreate ya avenue ya kuja kujimarket. Most of these people, they've not paid to come here. They've not even given us a shilling. All of these people, apart from UIP, wametupatia hapo shamba, mmecheki. Hao walikuwa ni aje, sitaleta tent, tutapatia watu free testing, which is okay. Kuja ujijenge, and I did it a free, and I put, even you saw me putting banners for musicians, comedians, entertainers come through. Among the musicians, I've seen Mr. Seed, I've seen Guardian Angel, and a few upcoming artists. The main ones who promised to come also did not come. But it is okay because Mamoni Meng, I don't even blame them. I don't even feel bad. Why? Because we've created history without them. I reached out to the office for the wife of Gachagua, that is Madam Dorcas. Maybe it got to her, maybe it did not get to her. But the other people actually did not actualize. That's why she was not. Because she's been very vocal about boy child. So I was for the idea of, listen, I'm doing something about boy child. I would like you to come and help me flag the walk. I didn't want to bring any other politician because if I did, ingekuwa story, new politician. No, we did it without the politicians. I wanted to invite her for boy child to flag the walk, watusaidie na some people to lipe hizi vitu. I decided to pay these things out of pocket. When I was speaking to Oscar Sudi, told him about it, he said he'll support us. And he came through, he was like, yeah, ndakusaidia, nafanya hivi, nafanya namna hii, namna hii. So unajua venye Oscar Sudi kwa. And I'm very grateful for that. Moses Kuria said he will support, not yet, he hasn't yet, but I hope he will, because we are looking at the bigger picture. That's why even when people came, there were no free t-shirts. I printed, I think, like 50, and I gave all of them for free. But I printed out of my pocket. However, kama ingekuwa event fulani tungesema ni aje, kila msana come, kila msana para t-shirt, kila msana para lunch ni nini. Tropical Heat just sent us an email wakasema we're bringing snacks. Watu wafike wapate snacks. Wanaume wakakama wakapata snacks. That is jibu, wote wakasema tutapeana maji. So most of the things that happened was like that. I wished Martin Deal, it could have been bigger. It will be. Next year, guys, let's do it bigger, let's do it better. Ukiona nafanya men's mental health awareness walk, come. Hiyo kukuja tu peke yake, nakuja na mori wako watano. Kama ni dem kuja, ambia chali yako, ambia kijana wenyu, bro wako, babako, nani, tuende. The more we talk about it and then we walk about it, something will be done. It's that wanasemanga a problem half shared is a problem half solved. So we start talking about mental health. Wanaume wataacha kujiua na wataacha kuua madem. Because by the time mse afike point ya kuua mtu, bro mse amefika akili yake iko. I've been in those dark spaces. Kama hujawahi limwa heartbreak, then you don't know what I'm talking about. Kama hujawahi fukuzwa kazi ama nini ukafika mwisho una chakula, una rent, unaangalia hivi unaona afadhali tena ni dedi nitoke. Kama hujawahi fanyiwa injustice ile, yani you are very innocent, you are wrongly either accused, ama umepelekwa jela wrong, ama umewekwa kwa nyingine unakaa chini unasema ama nikufe niwache hii dunia. Kama hujafika hapo, you don't know what I'm talking about. Kama umeifika hapo, trust me, you know what I'm talking about. It gets so dark sometimes and nobody is willing to help. You start thinking you're alone. And it's not that you are alone. It's just that mambo ni mengi and then people are very busy. Everybody's trying to build something for themselves. So maybe they're not listening to you the way you would prefer. Ama maybe you're not communicating the best way. So next year, it's going to be bigger. I'll do it every year. We've started. This is the first one ever to happen in Kenya. Maybe even in Africa. But mental health awareness walk, this is the first one. And today, we have created history. All right? So me, I want to say thank you very much for everybody who has come through, who has supported Nini Asanteni Sana. On 6th, that is on Tuesday next week. Tunaenda kukuwa na, I'm releasing a song. It's called Namposti for Baby. It is fire. She looks like a schnack. Check out that video. It's nice. It was worth it. It was beautiful to create. The behind the scenes video, I think some of it will come leo, then ingine kesho hivyo. Yeah, so mtaona on 6th. That's also another big thing that is coming up. Then also another big thing is coming. We're doing a tour around the country. The reason why I'm doing the tour is this. I'm trying to combat mental health by using entertainment. To check it. So I'm bringing comedy. What I know how to do. To check it, we have a good time. For that 1 hour, uko hapo 2 hours, uko hapo usahau shida zako kidogo. Ufeel, nyewe, life is worth living. I wanted to look at Obinna as a testimony. Niangalie useme, mimi nilikuwa chokosh, nimekuwa bro, I've tried to commit suicide. I've spoken about those ones in space. I've been depressed, nimekuwa stressed, I've been broke, I've been poor. Hizo zote, and I never gave up. So I want you to look at me and go like, if Obinna did not, na akafika hapa, pia mimi ndafika. Maybe penye nimefika na mwisho, maybe it'll be even higher. Maybe ndarudi chini. But nataka hapo penye nimefika, ukae chini na useme, let me not give up. Wanaume, naongea na nyinyi. Take that. So when I'm doing the tour, wale wenye wataona hii video, kuja. I'm coming with them on Facebook, I'm coming with Akineri Komondi, whoever. I'm bringing a lot of comedians and musicians. And also I'm bringing Obinna show live on the road. Tutaifanya in front of the live audience. The first one ever to also happen like that in Kenya. And also we're doing weekly show on the road. The first one also to happen like that in Kenya. So nunua ticket, iko pale madfan.com. We are coming through. We are starting with Narok, then Kisii, then Eldoret, then Bungoma, then Kitale. Kitale is going to be huge because I'm doing a homecoming for them on Facebook. I want to take her back to our community. Wanaona dota venye ameanza kusonga. Then anafanya something about pads. She's very passionate about women and menstruation. So she's on that forte. Na pia mimi namsukuma na msupport your side. Na unaona tayari anajengea wazazi wake. So nataka pia tukikuja kwao Kitale tumkaribishe, wamcelebrate. Then ndafanya homecoming yangu Kisumu. Because sasa watu pia wamenishikilia sana. Hiyo area pia nimeshikika sana. Then the final one we'll do in Nairobi, which is also very huge. I'll announce to you guys why, and you'll see pole pole tukisonga. So chukua ticket. That one is happening as you're coming around the country. Anything else that's happening that's major, I think those are the main ones for now. Zingine venye nilisema funga mdomo. Mpaka ikisha Ivana ndo tuna announce.
Lazima niulize hiyo.
Okay.
Watu wanasema sana harusi, tunataka harusi
Okay.
online.
Okay, watu wanasema wanataka harusi online. Ni sawa, fanyeni harusi. Yeah, no, wale wanataka harusi, fanyeni harusi. Like, if you've noticed what I've said, I don't work with people's pressure. And it will never work with me. Ati Obinna, no. The day I want to do something, I will do it. When I am ready. Mentally, financially, and I'm in a good space. Sitafanya na pressure, alafu saa ningie kwa mashida, mtakuja kunisaidia. Si mnanichekelea that kimeniramba. That's what happens. So people assume a lot of things, but what I'll tell you is this. What you think is, isn't. And what you think isn't, is. And there's a lot that you don't know that you don't know. So usiconclude usiku haraka kusema which is fine, but we ona venye unaona, lakini tafadhali msinipangie maisha. Penye nimefika hapa nimejipangia peke yangu na Mwenyezi. So I have plans, bro. I have great plans for either myself, for them on Facebook, for Obinna Television Network, and for the other people that I'm supporting. Mama County, I have Akina Singer Miles in my docket. Now I've just taken Magic Enga under my wing. Now we've taken Badman. We're just adding new people. Kimani Mbugua, we have Eunice Omolo. Kuna watu tunaongeza, tunatembea nao pole pole because we're trying to achieve something. Kuna Caswell, Mako Ure. Yeah, so I have a couple of people I'm working with and we have bigger plans. So I will do everything when the time is right and in the way that pleases God. I don't live to please human beings. If I please you, good. I've pleased you by default. But first of all, I've pleased myself. I have pleased God and I've done the right thing. Most of the things I do, by the way, you'll never understand me. Na usikae unajaribu kunisoma, hautanielewa. Ndakachinzo, Obinna Wazee wewe umechoma. No, according to who? Nimechoma according to you, but mimi sijachoma according to me. I am continuing to do. And when something is off, me I always call it on the spot. Nasema, wewe usimame vizuri. Hivyo. But now people, when they see me tell, wewe usimame vizuri, weka mic hivi. Obinna is so rude. Unamwongeleshaje? Ulikuwa unasema, sasa kama, no. Sometimes you have to be strong. Even as a parent with my kids, we are best friends. But sometimes mambo ikichemuka na chemuka. And they know, what do you think you're doing? Do better. Na story may move. I even see when people watch my kids' channel, they start giving me advice on how to raise them. And I'm like, they're my kids. So you just raise yours the right way you know how. Because there's nobody with a blueprint of life. There's nobody with a blueprint of raising and family life and nothing. See what an experiment. Hata maisha, mi sina plan. Obinna, nifanyaje ndio niomoke? Sijui bro. Hata mimi ni guesswork, nimeshtukia nimefanya hivi. Unaona sasa tumeanza men's mental health awareness walk. When I start the men's mental health members club, join. Nikiambia wanaume ni aje bro, chukua NHIF, kuwa nao standby. Unajua kwa nini? Ukikuwa msick itakusaidia. Niambia wase, Kupa Kenya, by the way they've not paid me even for this one. I'm doing free and everybody in my team always wote wako hapo. Ni aje bro, join Kupa Kenya. You know why? Wanapatiana funeral insurance. Ukikufiwa wanakupatia sanduku, kama wanakuchimbia kwa kashimo, wana transport mpaka nyumbani, wanalipa mochari nini, na wanalipa tu I think ni $2 per month. Bro, hawajanilipa. I'm not even the ambassador, but because a good thing. I always tell people, bro, chukua. Hata nyinyi mko hapa, chukua Kupa Kenya. Why? Kesho ukifiwa, usiambie mazee munichangie mnajua. No. You see? So when I see something good or when I mean well, I will say it, I will do it. It doesn't have to involve any other person. Provided it's at peace with myself, tunasonga nayo. Yes.
Speaking of Kimani, can you give us an update on how he's doing?
Yeah, babake alisema yuko poa. He's like I think 70% recovering. But sasa unajua watu shida yenye yafanyikanga sana na mental wellness ama drug addiction, watu wana backslide. Because unaweza kuwa mpoa hata 10 years, it just takes one bottle ama one sip for you to go back to zero. It takes a very strong personality, a strong heart, a strong mind for you to do it. Pole pole nasonga nae. Also Eunice Omolo niliona alikuwa shaikuwa discharged, so we are supposed to meet with her handlers. We give her the 100,000 that alikuwa nimemwekea so that afanye nayo kitu. Kimani pia kitoka tuko na 100,000 yake tumeweka. Na ni Wakenya ndo walichanga. Iko tu hapo, me and the dad, only the two of us can access the bank. He can't access without me, I can't access without him. So tutaenda tutole Eunice tumpatie yake, alafu siku Kimani anatoka tunatoa yake tunampatia, anaendelea nayo. Yes.
Just speaking of what is happening in the country, Nane is coming up.
Okay.
Kuna wenye wanasema maybe we should just stick to dialogue. Kuna wenye wanasema let's go back to the streets, let's hold them accountable. How do you feel about that?
What I feel is do what you think is right. If there's an injustice, call it out. Venye nimeambia wanaume pale, ongea. Bro, kifili na kufinya, ongea. Mimi, when I went to the street, I didn't go there because people wanted me to go there. I could have just refused not to go. Kwani mtu angekuja kunipiga. Unava insecurity in tight. Yeah, but I went because imenifinya. Na nimejua watu wangu watasafa and everything. Then I said, me, this one is enough. Ule anasikia dialogue itasolve. Ule anasikia kwenda kwa street itasolve. Ule anaamua kwenda kuloot kwa street na kucause violence pia. Lakini pia ukishikwa pia pia wanasema siku ya mwezi na 40 pia atakushika. Because like you see when the Gen Z movement started, it was peaceful protest. Wasa walikuwa wanatoka na tembea wanasema we don't know, walikuwa na iPhone nini wana chill, and then other people started spoiling the whole thing. But you know what's happening? The politicians are the ones that are doing it because they are funding other people wakuja walete mvurugu, matia gas, marisasi nini ndio sasa isifanyike. But initially it was a very good thing. And I'm always just thinking, let me just say this, it's going to be quite controversial, and like I always say, my mouth always puts me in problems. But here goes nothing. Majenzi ni wangapi na millennials? Maguns wakikuja kuleta havoc ni wangapi? Hawezi pita thao. Sisi watu watano tushike mmoja. Sisi watano tushike gun moja, watano washike gun moja, watano washike gun moja, watano washike gun moja. Finya. Hawatarudia ujinga tena because guns hawana guns, wanakaa na marungu. Kuliko siku toroka, wamekam nini nayo. If we mean well even when you're protesting and the police come and they start shooting tear gas, let's all sit down. If it's running, people will get a stampede, wengine wanakanyagwa nini, wameogopa. Let's just sit down, all of us. Tukwenda maji zetu hapo, tunakatwa hapo, tunaimba tu. The world is watching. Itafika point msako zile za, by the way, also you can't kill too many. Itafika point watu kwa zile za yenyewe, hapa saa imepita. So let's find strategies that are peaceful and don't engage. I find tunaanza to lose property, tuna lose lives and everything. And then, I've seen abductions happening. This thing, I've always been thinking it and I wonder why. Bro, niko hapa kwa gari, mimi sasa nikiona abduction nafanyika, natoka kwa gari yangu naenda hapo. Nini? Wacheni umse. The public are many. Wanakujanga na polisi kama 5, wanachukua mse, wanamabduct, then we don't see those people. People power. Wamekaa hivyo wanavuta mse, amjui mse anavuta kwa nini? Tokeni, saidieni huyo mse. Hiyo gari nyingine tobweni mataya nini wasipate mahali. Wale wana drive blocking hiyo gari mbele na nyuma, sasa hawezi toka hapo. People power, take back the power. That's what happens. When that happens, they'll stop abducting people. You see, and then when people are abducted, to relent, let's hold them accountable till the end. Myself, I'm using all my platforms, Obinna TV network as a whole. Hizo mashow zangu zote. Always nitakuwa naongea nasema this is wrong, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like that. Maybe I'll be abducted, maybe I'll be arrested, maybe I'll be prosecuted, I don't know. But I'll be at peace with myself that I did the right thing by the people and for me and for humanity. So that's what people have the power. Once we realize it, bro, it's a wrap. But tumefika kidogo, tia semaja mnatoka mnaenda mbio. Bro, one gun can kill how many people? A pistol I think has 14 bullets. It's only, we have to sacrifice only 14 of us. But tukikushika we mwenye unashoot hizo mapistol, nayo. So let's think strategy. Gen Zs are watching. Think about the best way we'll go about it. And then you guys decide. As you're following your guidance, me, I'll be there to support. Anything that is is going against the constitution, mimi nayo. Yes.
And the cabinet secretaries are currently being vetted.
Yes.
Na pale kwa networks tunasema it's a bit too much too soon.
Okay.
Kuna wanaona like the way that they're getting that money could be illegal.
Okay.
How do you feel?
That's their problem. Yeah, wanasemanga sometimes when you look at what another man has, you start forgetting what you have. I personally don't do that. Mimi nepanga hii nataka hii. But nikianza kufikiria sana huyu ako na hii au masiesu wako na hii, wamejipanga kivyao. Na sisi ndo elect some of the leaders hapo. 2027 inakuja, chukua kura tujipange. Chukueni masalasia wenyu mweke huko ndani. Next time akitoka masalasia wengine nini, mpaka hiyo place ikuwe safi. Lakini mmeweka tu we have the same old faces just being recycled, anarudi huko, they're just getting money, looting money. How much money is enough money, bro? How much? Itafika wapi msaseme yenyewe hiyo iko sawa? Haifikangi mwisho, but it's all you guys. Ulikuwa na swali?
Kuna jamaa fulani anaitwa Blaze, jirani ya rais. Alikuwa anasema kwamba atulimnyang'anya demu wa Facebook ni mke wake. Is mke wake?
Aya, mwenye anajuanga chali yake ni deme. Yeah. So mtamuuliza kama huyu alikuwa chali yake. Si hata mliona aliruka kimbi. Yeah, so yeye ndiye atasema. Ni venye tu mwenye anajuanga baba mtoto ni mama. Dema anakaa anakuambia mimi huyu yako chali yangu, alikuwa ananipelekanga madesi lakini hakuwa chali yangu. Hata wewe unaweza fikiria demu yako si demu yako, labda demu yangu. Mambo ni mengi. 2 last questions from you guys.
You've been doing interviews and you look at some other interviews you are being told to delete the interviews.
Yes.
The uploaded ones. Maybe have you done some interviews that are almost bringing you to the troubled life?
No, I don't think I've really done an interview that has brought me trouble. The trouble is just human perception. Kuna wale wanafeel umefanya hivi, wanafeel umesema hivi, lakini that one is solvable. Human beings disagreements are amongst human beings. It's bound to happen, but tonight control. I'm in charge. Don't worry, I got you. Last question? Yes. Yes.
And then she was showing you what she had.
Yes.
Asking you to pick her.
Yes.
So what she can
Yes. Yeah.
she was saying it's very recommendable that you can come and then something.
Okay. Oh, demo Kibera. Kiniambia nimchukue niache demo Facebook. Nikalenga hiyo story. Yeah, so how do I frame this nicely so that nisichome? Okay. Mi sitaki mtu amekuwa na wazee anipatie laana. Ule anatembea na old souls. You know, by the way, wanasemanga ukidate msee, you guys are exchanging spirits. Sasa ule ametembea na old spiritual souls, alafu mimi niko hapo naanza yeah. So wacha nibaki nao mavienyeji wangu. Unajua managu ni dawa. Yeah. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for supporting men's mental health awareness work. Until next time. Right now, I'm running to 2 Rivers Mall. I'm hosting Miss World Kenya. Okay? Tukutane huko. Then tomorrow morning, I have a very early morning flight to Uganda. I'll be doing Obinna show live on Monday from Uganda. Maybe it'll be live, maybe it'll be recorded kama internet iko sawa, but mtaziona. Then also I'll be in Uganda for like 6 days. When I come back, we are doing the tour. Tafadhali mtu support. Asanteni.
Thank you so much.
Haya, sawa.
30 minutes.
Thank you.
Midea TV, spilling the tea, setting the trends.